where we are the team number B. We are to present our final project of the ergonomic project.
Well, the history of the company we're going to talk about, they were founded in the 94, and it was a company established in Karuya near Nagoya, which is Japan. And well, they basically began operations with the manufacture and distribution of electrical components and radiators for cars. They're recognized for the QR code invention and the division of small industrial robots. Denso, it's a Japanese word, and acronym is Denso, original for the abbreviation of the word Denki, who means electrical, and Sochi, who means equipment. And they are the first auto part supplier in Japan, and was crowned the second company to receive a Deming Award in the Japanese automotive industry. A Deming Award is about the highest quality. And back 20 years ago, back in the 96, that was the very first moment that they have a company here in Mexico. And now they have five factories here, and they all are doing mainly dashboards, sensors, and various types of bulbs for the manufacture of cars parts. Next, please.
Uh, the product that we choose for this project is called a solenoid. That is a component that works to electromagnetic force, and in the case of a valve moves is then causing a certain fluid to pass from one channel to another. Through this conductive material, we usually wear and apply an electric current to circulate inside the device. The electromagnetic field is generated that makes it possible for a solenoid to fulfill its basic function, which is open and close the valve steams.
Well, first we did a RULA methodology, which means rapid upper lip assessment, and our final punctuation was 5, which means that that we need to do um, more extensive studio, and we need to modify the process soon. Next one, please. For more context, we do a little bit of extra analysis, and we also decide to see the value or noise, and we can have that the final potential of our acoustic power. It was 114.9996. Next one, please.
Then the another methodology was USI, and or that it means strategy index, or finally punctuation was 6.75, and obvious this means that the activity generates musculoskeletal disorder of our extremities. Then using the methodology of OWAS, that it means Obaku working analyze systems, we can have a punctuation of 2 and use the result indicates that there is a risk in the future of causing damage to the musculoskeletal system, so we need to corrective actions in the near future.
Okay. The noise sport sleep of the workers can potentially cause hearing damage in the medium term. Noise at work can interfere with the communications and make announcements difficult to hear. It can also reduce a person's perception of what is going around them. The rules score indicate that about 50% of the working posters are in the high risk category, indicating that these posters should be fully investigated and the poster change immediately to avoid further deployment if or lose of function of that. Thanks to Otwas methodology, it was discovered that the part of the muscle system to which more attention should be at the back because the posture that the words maintain for 7 hours cause an excessive loss. And the methodology of job strength index was also used. In this methodology, it was point that the operators are pronounced to suffer from some muscular disease in the future because if do daily.
In the discussion, mainly in the case of the noise faced by the worker, we can see in the ergonomic evaluations performed that it is excessively loud noise, and that the operators in this case are not wearing the necessary health measures such as earmuffs or earplugs. Currently, this norm indicates that in any case there should not be exposure without personal hearing protection equipment to more than 105 decibels. All workers decibels or more must wear hearing protection equipment. Next, please. The first question the company may ask itself is, what is the worst that can happen if I do not comply with the standard? What are the penalties? What are the costs? These are explained. Hearing loss is the number one occupational disease in the world. Exposure to noise in the workplace can affect the health and the safety of workers, as well as the productivity of any company. There are some costs that fall on the company for the error of not having these factors under control. The attention should be paid to the fact that in addition to the obvious, also called visible costs, there is a whole series of hidden, invisible costs that the company bears even if it is not aware of them. These costs are due to the impact of accidents and illness on the normal activity of the company. Next, please. Next, please.
Now we're going to talk about the implementation cost for our proposals. Next, please. Yes. First of all, we propose an anti-fatigue mat. This is an anti-fatigue mat, as we can see in the picture in the right side. Each mat costs around 7,550 pesos. And in this mat, we can fit around 2 people per mat. So assuming that in the production line we have around 3.8, 3.7 meters of length, we can fit around 6 people inside of those mats. Next, please. The second proposal that we have here is an anti-fatigue bench. This bench costs around 45,000 Mexican pesos, but it lasts about 25 years with a good maintenance. It can fit up to 10 people in the bench. So this can help not only to our productive area, we can include another area and another workers so they can fit and sit around and have a good well rest sitting in the bench. Next, please. And our final proposal is to have a workstation redesign. This redesign costs around 1,200,000 pesos. This is the most expensive proposal that we have because this redesign involves all around a lot of things. Like for example, we need to modify the process. We need to modify to check the cost of raw materials, reprogramming all the machines, reprogram PLCs to make this process more automated. For example, if we automate this process, we can reduce or eliminate ADTs. So the actual process consists of 8 job steps, where 4 of them it can be modified because they are like the main job steps of the process. So we can change and transform those steps into just only 5. We transform 8 job steps to 5 job steps. Next, please. So the actual process, as we can see in the left side, the worker needs to pull and put inside the piece. They need to put inside the machine the piece and then proceed to do all the process. But in our proposed process, the operator only needs to push a button and put the piece inside the machine. They insert it, and the machine can do all this automatic process. So in a long-term investment, as we can see, the return of our investment, it could be in less than 1 year. And we can also save a lot of injuries, health issues, and also improve productivity and improve all the happiness and all the emotions that the workers have. Next, please. And finally, as a general conclusion, as industrial engineers, we can not only improve, also we can analyze all this process, even if we're not medic people. We can also help to reduce risk, as for example, ADTs, MDSs in all our manufacturing process. We can improve that, reducing costs and reducing the risk of some health issues that workers can develop through a long period of time. So we think that it's very important to know about ergonomics, health, and safety security because we can improve reducing risk, helping workers with their health, and also reducing costs and improving all the productivity in our manufacturing plants. And that will be all for us. Thank you.